I've had this idea for this video for a while, and I was really reluctant to make it for a couple of reasons. Number 1, I really do not care about this girl or what she does. Number 2, I didn't want to put any more attention towards her since she already gets enough. Number 3, I just didn't care at all. Number 4, I honestly thought that she was going to go away from the public eye at some point. I honestly thought that she was going to have her 15 seconds of fame and then the world would move on. As we can all see, that's not happened. Yet. I was really curious as to why anyone would unironically like her, besides young boys who find her hot or to some extent, creeps. It wasn't until I watched the Kitchen Nightmares episode where they showcased a restaurant named Manja Manja.
They just don't come back. They vote with their feet.
In the episode, I got a glimpse into the middle America and finally understood who her target audience is. Teen girls that live in, let me correct that actually, white teen girls that live in America that act like they are from a city. Enter stage left, the Catch Me Outside girl. If you were at least 10 years old around 2016, then you probably remember reading these infamous words time and time again, on and off for about 4 months all over social media. Danielle Bregoli, or as people would call her back then, the Catch Me Outside girl, became an internet meme, an idol, a joke. She appeared on the widely acclaimed Dr. Phil Better show, where she uttered the phrase, "Catch me outside, how about that?"
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
After the popularity of her single, she releases more tracks and eventually an album, making her a quote-unquote rap artist by default. Her audience grew as fast as her popularity, and it was only a matter of time for her to get a show. Obviously, no respectable TV network would want to give her a show, especially after what happened with Honey Boo Boo and her mom. So they went with the next best thing, Snapchat. God knows they'll put whatever garbage on their app.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Nico.
And this is our one-of-a-kind tattoo studio.
How far is tattoo far?
Anyways, I don't know who asked who, but that doesn't matter right now. Point is that they made a bad, or I guess I should say, a bad baby show. Honestly, I kinda didn't want to talk about any more Snapchat original shows because at the end of the day, they're all the same. Just a worse version of other shows and scenes that I've seen before. Plus, Snapchat only lets you see the shows vertically, which makes it an uncomfortable viewing experience, and it also leads to a lot of unintentional humor, especially with the ads in the middle of the scenes. Honestly, this vertical direction that they're going with is embarrassing to some degree. Like, how do they reveal the finished episodes to the cast and crew? Because they edit them in a way that it can only be viewed vertically through a phone. Do they show the episodes vertically in a white screen? Or do they just show it normally because they know that the vertical viewing is fucking dumb? So now I should explain why I decided to talk about this specific one. There are 2 reasons. 1, because I think that there is a lot to talk about here. Not only about the show, but also about things behind the scenes. And 2, no one really seems to be talking about it. I mean, there's some articles talking about it, but nothing too big. While it may seem like I'm portraying the show as something that is flying under the radar, apparently the show got like 10 million views on its first episode. Bringing Up Baby is Bringing Up Bad Baby is a Snapchat reality show that is almost the opposite of Endless Summer. While Endless Summer was just a show pretending to be a reality show, this is more on the reality side but with a hint of fake. I actually watched the show while it was releasing weekly because I was ironically excited for the show when the lady herself announced it a few months prior. Once the first episode was up, I watched it, and again, ironically waited for the next 11 episodes. Even though they show the whole season after the first episode, again, I don't know why Snapchat fucking does this.
She said, "I'm letting you know Frank won't be coming back. You know what she does to me when you're gone. She's crazy!"
Like, who edits these fucking season trailers? It's basically putting all of the important plot lines. Nevertheless, I was still there every week watching. A big reason as to why I actually watched the show as it came out was contribute to the show actually being semi-interesting. While there are some episodes that are useless and nothing more than just filler, and believe me, most of the show is pretty fucking filler.
Kodak just got this dog, Zizi. This is my opportunity to show you I can be responsible.
Most of the show is somewhat pretty intriguing. I didn't feel like I was wasting my time, I guess. The problem with this positive is that the show's entertainment value for me does not come from the show's intent, but actually from the outcome. I'm pretty sure that there are people who genuinely like the show because they are fans of Danielle, but for me, it's a way more interesting show when you look at it for what it is. A pretentious reality show.
I'm not just some little bratty ass white girl who does music.
Yo, you got 30 minutes, relax.
More energy, way more energy.
do you want me to do?
Hey, you're still giving me gliding.
To me, at least, it seems like she wanted to make a reality show that wasn't completely scripted and that was a real view into her life. In some sense, she succeeded, but at the same time, she also dug herself a hole.
People only see the music that's getting put out. They don't see the behind the scenes. Man, I don't give a We're not shooting anymore. I'm done for today, okay? Y'all losing me. I know. Y'all really losing me.
It's like a coin. On one side of the show, to some extent, it's a real look into her life. All the drama involved seemed genuine for the most part, and you do get to see her working at times, which does help show the struggle that comes with being a rapper. But on the other side, you get to see a real look into her personality.
Get out. We should interview like this. I wanna go. I'm not just some little bratty ass white girl who does music.
There were so many times I got so annoyed at her because of how she acted towards the situation, to the point where I hope that's not really how she acts or how she really feels.
Done. Please. I am mad. I wanna go home.
I know, I do.
You kept walking in on the wrong times. That's the problem.
Are you gonna wear those, or are you? All right, but do that. We're working against the clock.
Okay, I'm getting up! Not just some little bratty ass white girl who does music.
While I am ripping on her, I should state that not all of this is her fault. She seems like she was on her way to actually improving after being on Dr. Phil, but since she started to gain a following from her bad behavior, she ended up staying the same.
Some little bratty.
In all her older videos on YouTube, she would start with the phrase,
Hey bitches.
what I think is because her agent or her marketing team or whatever, the people fucking controlling her, wanted that to be her persona.
Adam is my manager. He is in charge of my brand and what I wear and I'm wearing my hair. And then there's Dan. He's my other manager. And it's kind of like Adam's the devil. Dan's the angel.
She brought you up.
You think Adam would ever even let me perform in shoes like this?
Absolutely not.
Then since her videos weren't enough, she wanted to make music. All of this was because, to me at least, she wanted to distance herself from the joke that she became.
Dr. Phil's Danielle Bergoli, also known as the Cash Me Outside Girl, is launching a rap career.
Catch me outside, how about that?